A small lipstick and the entire economy, when the pulse of the market is hidden in women's shopping. Imagine this, the market is silent. Stocks are falling, companies are laying people off, and people are postponing big decisions. Car bookings have stopped, plans to buy a house are on hold, jewelry showrooms are empty. But at the same time, in a cosmetic store, lipstick sales suddenly go up. The question arises, when money is tight, when there is fear and uncertainty, why are people buying lipstick? Is it just fashion, or is there a deeper economic secret behind it? This is where the story of the lipstick economy begins. A story that explains human psychology more than numbers. Lipstick. It sounds like just a beauty product, a small color applied on the lips. But in the world of economics, this very lipstick often becomes a mirror of the entire economy's condition. It sounds strange, but history shows that whenever the world has come under economic pressure, whenever the signs of a slowdown have appeared, sales of lipstick and similar small, affordable luxury products have seen a rise. This theory was first put into words by Leonard Lauder, the same Leonard Lauder who was the chairman of the global cosmetic giant Estée Lauder. The year was 2001. In the US, the dot-com bubble had burst, markets were shaky, and then the September 11th terrorist attacks shook the entire world. Fear, uncertainty, and economic slowdown were everywhere. People were afraid to spend. But during this very time, Estée Lauder noticed a strange trend. Lipstick sales were increasing. For Leonard Lauder, this was not just a sales report, but a signal. He observed that women were not buying big and expensive cosmetic products, but they were spending on small items like lipstick. From here, he proposed an informal theory. If the economy is heading toward a recession, lipstick sales tend to rise. Later, this idea came to be known as the lipstick index. Now the question is, why does this happen? When money is scarce, why do people spend at all? In reality, people are not spending. They are trying to hold themselves together. During a recession, people first postpone big dreams. New cars, houses, foreign trips, expensive jewelry. But the need to feel good does not disappear. It's not possible for humans to stop spending completely. In such times, people look for small joys. Joys that don't strain the pocket, but still give the feeling that life hasn't stopped. Lipstick is the most perfect example of this psychology. It is inexpensive, gives instant happiness, and boosts confidence in a way. Applying a new lipstick makes a woman feel better, without spending thousands of rupees. That's why, during recessions, lipstick stops being just makeup and becomes an emotional coping mechanism. This pattern was not limited to 2001. If we look back in history, even during the Great Depression from 1929 to 1933, an increase in cosmetic production was recorded in the US. At a time when people were losing jobs and banks were shutting down, women still did not completely stop spending on beauty products. The only difference was that the way of spending changed. Then came the 2008 global financial crisis. Starting in the US, this recession engulfed the entire world. Real estate collapsed, banks failed, and millions lost their jobs. During this period, an interesting trend emerged. Along with lipstick, sales of nail polish and small beauty products began to rise. Economists said, this is the same lipstick effect, just with different products. And then the world saw the COVID era, 2020 and 2021. Lockdowns, uncertainty, cuts in income. This time something interesting happened. Instead of lipstick, fragrances and skincare products took the lead. Because lips were hidden behind masks, but the need for fragrance and self-care remained. In 2021, fragrance sales saw a jump of nearly 45%. Experts saw this too as an evolved version of the lipstick economy. In reality, the lipstick index is not an official economic indicator. It doesn't tell you GDP, it doesn't measure fiscal deficit, and it doesn't predict interest rates. But it gives a very deep signal about consumer sentiment. It tells us what ordinary people are thinking, what they are feeling, and how they react despite fear. When sales of lipstick or similar small luxury items increase, it means people are under pressure but not completely broken. They want to cut spending, but they cannot stop spending altogether just to keep themselves happy. This is the fine balance that the lipstick economy reveals. In today's time, economists look at this concept more broadly. Now it's not just lipstick. An entire category of affordable indulgence is included. This includes perfume, skincare, budget fashion accessories, OTT subscriptions, fast food, cafe culture, and even online gaming. It means people give up big luxuries but hold on to small pleasures. If you observe closely, during slowdowns, cafes like Starbucks or OTT platforms never become completely empty. People may not eat at expensive restaurants, but they still can't stop themselves from buying a coffee or a monthly subscription. This is the modern lipstick effect. This theory also teaches us that the economy is not built only by governments and companies, but by the small decisions of ordinary people. When millions of people start buying small things together, it creates a big pattern. That is the pattern economists study. Of course, the lipstick index has also been questioned. Some experts say it doesn't work every time. In some recessions, cosmetic sales have remained stable. At times, even luxury brands have performed well. So it cannot be considered an absolute truth. But as a behavioral indicator, its relevance still remains. In fact, the biggest value of the lipstick economy is that it teaches us to look beyond numbers. It shows that the economy is not just a balance sheet. It runs on human emotions. Fear, hope, stress, and happiness together drive the market. Women's shopping comes into focus here because historically, women play a major role in household spending decisions. When women change the way they spend, it impacts the entire consumption economy. That's why a product like lipstick is seen as an economic signal. Today, if in a country the sales of affordable cosmetics, budget fashion, or small indulgence products suddenly start rising sharply, economists become alert. They see it as an early warning signal. It doesn't mean a recession will hit immediately, but it does show that people's confidence is weakening. The biggest lesson from this entire story is simple. The economy is not hidden only in big numbers. Sometimes it can be seen in a small lipstick. A product that looks trivial, but behind it lies a complete story of the human mind, fear, and hope. So next time you notice that expensive items aren't selling, but cosmetic counters are crowded, understand this. Something is changing. Maybe people are scared, maybe they are uncertain, but they haven't given up. Because as long as humans are trying to keep themselves happy, the economy is not completely dead. That is the real meaning of the lipstick economy. It reminds us that the economy is not a machine. It is made of people. And sometimes, its heartbeat is heard not in the stock market, but in a small lipstick.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.